Hockey, the fastest game on earth, was played out on homemade rinks all throughout Toronto and the surrounding area. People played hockey everywhere. In 1931, on November 12th, a new shrine to hockey, Maple Leaf Gardens, was finally built. The opening game featured the Toronto Maple Leafs and Chicago Blackhawks. Meanwhile, gangster Al Scarface Capone is convicted of tax evasion after years of bootlegging. While the Great Depression was enveloping the world, you wouldn't have known it at the start of the 30s in Toronto, as the railway viaduct opens to elevate tracks from York to Queen Street West, and Commerce Court North opens as the tallest building in the British Commonwealth. Throughout the city, new streets open up, like at Carlton and Yonge, Dundas, Yonge and Bloor. And in March 6, 1934, Toronto celebrates its first centennial. The Globe and Mail and the Empire merged to create the Globe and Mail in 1936. Meanwhile, Adolf Hitler becomes the Chancellor of Germany, and Italian minister and dictator Benito Mussolini invade Ethiopia, and Hollywood actress Mary Pickford, a Canadian, takes over the silver screen. Amelia Earhart becomes the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. In 1937, she's lost over the Pacific on a round-the-world flight. Her plane is never found. Meanwhile, on August 29, 1938, the Malton Airport opens as Toronto takes flight. The next year, on February 4th, 1939, the Toronto Island Airport opens for local small craft. King Edward VIII of England gives up his throne to Mary Wallace Simpson. "The woman I love," he says. Simpson cannot become England's queen because she's an American and a divorcee. And on May 22nd, 1939, Edward's successor, King George VI, and Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, make their visit to Toronto. And then in 1939, Germany invades Poland. Great Britain declares war on Germany, and soon all of Europe is fighting. And Canada joins Britain right at the outset of World War II, to be followed by the U.S. in December 1941. And so ends the tumultuous Depression growing years of the decade of the 30s in Toronto.